Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Block Breaking Season 2. I know I haven't been too active right here around the holidays, but you know, life gets busy sometimes, and that's the way it goes. But one thing we did end the last episode was with the naming these little guys, these three little pigs. So let me do that real quick, and then we can get on with the episode. So I had some great suggestions for some folks, and I appreciate all of them. One user suggested the name Duncan, and I like that for the guy in the straw house because whenever those wolves start huffing and puffing, you know, he's the first one who's going to get dunked on. So he is Duncan. I like that one. And let's see, the other one I'm going to name is the one in the stick house, and another viewer suggested to name them after candy bars, and I like that idea. So I wanted to name at least one of them after candy bars. And sticks, there is a candy bar, at least here in the U.S. where I live, that kind of looks like wooden sticks, especially the larger ones, and those would be Tootsie Rolls. So I am going to name this guy Tootsie. All right, so now let me do the last one, and this is actually one that I picked out myself. I thought it was a cool name, and I think it's very fitting for the house that he lives in, and looks like he's trying to go upstairs to the bedroom. And that would be Mason. Hey, Mason, where you going? Hey, buddy. There you go. Mason. There you go. All right, so let's get moving on with this episode. So we have a lot of cool things coming up on the in the new year for the block breaking server here. The first thing I want to talk about is spawn. So this area is what we call spawn. And actually spawn is actually technically on a hill right over there, probably on the side of that hill. But, you know, when the game started, everyone kind of came down the hill and started settling in this area. So we call this entire area spawn. Well, we want to make spawn start looking a lot nicer. I mean, it looks pretty cool to begin with, but it's a little sparse. Some of the builds are pretty small. We want to start getting some really cool big builds in here. So that definitely requires a little bit of moving around and adjusting what we have here. Like, for example, this thing had to move from its original position over here in front of the portal to over here just to kind of move it out of the way a little bit. And some other of the old builds, most of these older builds we're going to keep around here and kind of make this like a little old town kind of park little area here. But there is one that we're going to have to move, and that is Cimarex's home right here. Well, I say Cimarex's home. This was his original, I think this was his original starter home, and then he turned it into a gunpowder shop. But now he has another home somewhere else, and he has another gunpowder shop in the new shopping district, and this building has pretty much been abandoned. And let me pop into free cam, and this area right here is just ripe for building. So we want to see how we have some of these taller builds. We have Time Rider's original shop here, and we got Wild Spade building this awesome contraption in the background here. So we want more big builds in this area. Something that's going to give this a really cool look, a nice skyline per se. And we were thinking that we were going to pave a road this way, and then that gives us a lot of spots for some really nice tall builds here. So I've tried to get in touch with Cimarex. He has been busy of late and hard to get a hold of, but I am going to go ahead and take down his shop once I, of course, empty out all of his stuff and keep all of his stuff safe. Okay, all of his stuff is safe. I've got a few shulkers worth. And if we're going to take down an old home or shop of Cimarex's, I know there is only one way he would approve of this, and that is with a stack of TNT. So let's go ahead and take down his build now, and hopefully this won't destroy too much of the surrounding area. Hopefully I had enough to actually take down this build. We'll see how it goes. And launch. And I missed. And launch. There we go. Let's see if that one is enough to get it going. There you go, Cimarex. I know you would approve of that. And, it actually didn't take the whole thing down. Well, let me clean up this mess and then get back to the episode. All right, now let's move to the shopping district. So this is the area, this is what we call the new shopping district. Of course, now it's just called the shopping district. This kind of replaced that original spot that we were just talking about at spawn. But everyone now is starting to build new shops out here. And the shops out here are even getting bigger and bigger. So we got Nard building his store over here. I think Red moved her shop over to here. And Average has this massive build out here. That is just such a cool build. And his shop is going to sell all kinds of cool stuff. So one thing to expect in this season is going to be more and more shops, and bigger shops, and everything we're going to need to supply the whole server with the stuff that they want. And that leads me to a new shop that I made. So this is a new shop that I built the other day, and this is going to be called the Shroom Room. So this is a shop where I'm going to sell everything mushroom related, minus the few things I'm already selling in my wood shop. And I designed this build myself. This is the first time I built something that kind of looks like this, that wasn't just kind of a squarish building. And I really like the way it turned out. I think the mushroom cap looks really cool. I want it to look like a mushroom, but not to look like a real mushroom, but to look like a shop made to look like a mushroom. And that's why I used like strip birch for the walls. And I've got, these are kind of hiding lights, but really it's just there to give a little bit of texture, but kind of a more rigid building-like texture. And I think I kind of like the way I did the design under the gills area. So I did like some fence posts and some trapdoors just to give a little bit of design and a little bit of third dimension action on that on the gills. So that's really cool. Now let me show you the inside. I'm really proud of this. So remember, this is called the Shroom Room. So I think it is very appropriately psychedelic, man. Oh, check this out. Woo! You can get dizzy in this room. So, and then look at the floor. Oh yes, the floor. The floor just keeps going down into a psychedelic swirl of colors, and I absolutely love how this shop came out. So you can see here what I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell like red and brown mushrooms, and of course the blocks, the stem blocks. Got shroom lights, and lichen is kind of fungus related, and nether wart, that's kind of like a fungus, and of course the crimson and warped roots and mushrooms. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this store. This store was actually originally planned. It was going to just be a basement room in my wood shop. I was going to have a sign that said, go down here to enter the Shroom Room. And you're actually going to come down. This was originally going to be like I was originally thinking maybe a water tower, but then I was also thinking maybe like a vine, the nether vine. But turned it into a building instead. I think we decided that we need more builds out here rather than trying to cram everything into one build. We're just going to build a new store. So I'm pretty excited about that. And one thing about this, and this is going to lead into the next thing, right now I only have the ability to farm these two things. I have a lichen farm, and I have a farm for the nether trees, for lack of a better word. And unfortunately, these things, like, you don't get very many of these out of the farm, so I might have to come up with a better way to farm those. And that leads us to farms. Yes. So this is my farming area. If you've seen my earlier episodes, that's my bone meal farm that actually kind of provides the juice for all my other farms. All my farms right now are bone meal related farms. Got my coral farm. Over here, we got a couple little ones. We got a lichen farm and a sea pickle farm. I've got a wheat farm here, and some of my tree farms. So one big thing coming in the new year is more farms. So right now I've got my wood shop, and that provides, I think, is it 2, 4, 6, 8? Is it 9 types of wood, I think? Are we at 7 or 9? I don't know. Anyway, I can only farm 5 of them right now. So I've got a mangrove farm right here. And this little guy actually just makes more propagules, by the way. And I have a farm for the nether trees, or the nether funguses, if you want to call them funguses. I call them trees. And I have a farm here that only works for birch and oak. So for my wood shop, I'm going to need to make more farms. I need to make farms for spruce and acacia and dark oak. And actually, I think that's it. Anyway, yes, I need to make those farms. And of course, I'm going to have to build all the farms that I'm going to need to supply my new mushroom shop. But yes, as this server grows and as time progresses, all the shops on the server are getting bigger. You should check out some of the other folks' channels to see those farms. And everyone now is starting to generate tons and tons of resources. So that leads us into the next big change that's coming in the new year. The Mega Base. Yes, so this is, I'm getting ready to start building myself a mega base. My little princess castle was fine as a starter home, but it's just, I'm running out of room. I don't have any space to do anything. I'm even running out of space to store my stuff. And I have already started prepping this area for a massive build that I'm getting ready to start. And I'm probably going to go into the details about what this build is in maybe one of the upcoming episodes, but this is something that's going to probably take me months to build. So as I go through each episode, I'm going to be working on this kind of in the background and getting this going. But you can just see the sheer size of this thing. It's way up here in the sky, and just building, this is just the platform that the build is going to rest on. And this platform right here took somewhere around 13 shulker boxes worth of material to build. This is by far the biggest thing I have ever built in Minecraft, and I'm really looking forward to this challenge. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to require an insane amount of resources. So look forward to seeing this build take shape. I'm looking forward to it, and I think you're going to be excited about what's coming up with this. And of course, what's the point of playing on an SMP without some of the social aspects of it? And already there's some things starting out here in the spawn area that are indicative of the things yet to come, and that is the pranks have begun. You can see up kind of right above my head there that the slime building there, he's got a unibrow on him. And we'd also notice that this little eyeball here with the eyebrow is looking right up at it. And that's not the only prank that showed up. Over here, Patat's dinosaur got a big old red nose. And of course you can see there's an eyeball staring at that as well. Wires Rocket got a nether portal placed above it, and what do you know, there's an eyeball staring at it. So we're not sure who's doing this, honestly. I have no idea who it is. It might be one person, it might be multiple people, but even these pranks have already started getting bigger. Some of the pranks that some of the other folks have seen around their bases are even bigger, and this one, I think this one just takes the cake right here. Up here we've got an eyeball shooting a frozen beam and a completely iced over Wild Spade's world here and turned it into a giant snowball. Let me get a better view of that for you. Yeah, so look forward to the pranks that are coming around on the server. I think a lot of people are getting into this, and I think this might be a thing that's going to ramp up a little bit in the new year. I'm looking forward to that as well. And of course, like any good server out there, we definitely have some lore building and some storytelling going on here. And I think that's even going to be kicked up a notch here in the coming year. Like, I received this mysterious book the other day here talking about a kind of a location that had some answers about, and you can pause to read this whole thing if you'd like. But this looks like it was something involving the zombie cure and some information about that. Well, I went to go check out these coordinates, and Nard was also there, and we stumbled upon a pretty mysterious thing.
Oh, dude, look behind you. You see that up in the mountain there?
I see snow.
Step back in the snow.
Is that? Looks like a button on the side of the snow?
Yeah. Let's go check that out.
Okay. It's iron. It's an iron door.
Oh, that's not actually snow. Oh, there was definitely a path here. Do you want to go in?
Actually, it's like right where I'm standing is the coordinates.
Maybe it's underneath here then. Okay.
You know what?
I think we should go in.
Yeah. I'm a little scared of that. I'm gonna just go ahead and set a spawn point here.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I don't know. I really have no idea what is to follow in there. So,
right.
Oh, okay. Wait, there's a bond above your head. What does that do?
Oh. Opens
it just
the door.
opens the door for me. Okay, so I'm gonna get locked in. Okay, that makes sense.
I probably shouldn't just be hitting random buttons.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is just like a spiral staircase down to somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, let's get. What
Whoa,
was
whoa,
that?
whoa! I don't like that. I'm
Uh,
I'm familiar with that
no.
sound, and it never ends well.
Okay, let's just sneak. Oh no, what is this?
Dude.
This is terrifying. Well, I guess should we just each pick a door, go through, and see what happens?
Yeah, split up. Nothing bad can come from that.
No, totally not. Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
This looks like almost looks like a control room. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, whoa, dude, there's
Ooh.
more stuff over here.
Well, I think I'm going to wrap up today's episode right here. I know I'm pretty excited about some of the big things that are coming, and I hope you are too. Also, be sure to check out all the other Block Breakers channels and see all the stuff that they are up to. And I will see you in 2023. Until then, you take care of yourself. Bye-bye.